Well, the holidays are filled with hope and love, but for those with serious ailments, this time of year can be difficult. A recent survey by the American Cancer Society finds that 3 in 4 Americans think the holidays are a hard time to talk about cancer. But lifting holiday spirits is possible. Former NFL player Chris Draft joins us live to talk more about this important topic. And Chris, you have a personal story about how cancer touched and changed your life. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely, a very, very personal story. My wife Keisha was diagnosed with lung cancer in December of 2010 and passed in December of 2011. But before her passing, we were able to be married and make 2 commitments, one to each other and one to the cancer community as a whole, knowing that research was absolutely important. But the other one is that we needed to really support our cancer survivors. We needed to, the support as they're going through it. And so that's why I'm excited to be a part of the American Cancer Society's Advantage Humans campaign, because that's what it's about. It's about redefining victory over cancer and really allowing people to see cancer for what it is through the traits. I mean, you guys can see tenacity behind me, but that's just one of the traits that someone as a survivor or a caregiver could be experiencing. Courage, hope, devotion, defiance. These are traits that really embody the cancer journey.
Right. I'm so sorry for your loss, by the way, but you're turning it into something very positive, obviously. Why don't you tell us why the holidays are kind of a tough time to spread hope, but why it's important to do so?
Well, the holidays, it can be tough. It can be tough because, it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, and you want it to be positive and happy and really just focus on the great things. But when you count your blessings, which is what you do at the holidays, you also have to appreciate it. You have to talk about what else is going on, what you've gone through, what your journey is. And so during the holidays, we want to be honest. We want to be honest, and in doing that, we want to be supportive. And so there are 4 things that you can do, and that is, let the person know, that cancer survivor know. Let them know that you're there for them. Don't just talk, but really, listen to them. And if you don't know what to say, give them a hug. But I think probably the most important thing is that allow them to be more than cancer, especially at this time of the year. Allow them to be more than cancer. Allow them to appreciate life at this time of the year.
Yeah, because sometimes when people know that someone else is ill like that, they don't know what to say and they don't know how to act. So I like that. Just give them a hug and know you care. And sometimes they actually do want to tell their story and they do want to talk about it. Yeah. But I want to ask you about a way to share hope, inbounds and out of bounds. What is that?
Well, that's what the tips are about. I mean, what is this? Inbounds, out of bounds is really sometimes you need to know the rules, and knowing the rules are really knowing someone, relating to them, and knowing that maybe they want to share their cancer story right now. Maybe they want to talk about some of the specifics, but maybe they don't. Maybe they just want to talk about football. They want to talk about your life and your kids. But meet them where they're at. I mean, because you want to allow them to be a person as they're going through it. Again, not just their cancer where you're scared to talk to them about that, but allow them to have more in their lives than cancer.
Any other tips for spreading hope throughout the year?
Well, I think we've talked about some of these basic 4 points, but it's about empowerment. So if they want to know more about cancer, go to cancer.org and you can find out more about what the work is that the American Cancer Society is doing. And that's hope, so that you know specifically what is going on and how things are drastically changing. If you want to know real specific in terms of you have questions that need to be answered, pressing questions, American Cancer Society has a 24-hour number, and that is at 1-800-227-2345. And so if you have some questions that you just need to be answered because you feel like you could be a better resource, or if you're a survivor and you just have something on your mind that you need to get answered so you could be at ease, then call that number. Or again, go to the website cancer.org, and then just within this whole time is remember that we're not fighting against cancer. We're fighting for people.
Right. Sounds awesome. And in that poster, you look awesome, by the way, yourself. Tenacity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris.